It just looks really bad. And it's big, heavy, wet snowflakes. I mean, for one, this is very photogenic. Ties to the south, where they have been seeing snow since about 3 o'clock in the morning, between 2:30 and 3. They've seen the changeover, and he's going to update us very shortly. But just wanted to show you this picture early off because, man, it is coming down. It's totally different than some areas are seeing. If you're anywhere along the lakeshore, you're not seeing any snow at all. However, we are starting to see a little bit of a transition towards South Haven just because the colder air is starting to work its way in. We'll zoom in onto the downtown Grand Rapids area. It's snowing here, and it has continued to snow, but we're not seeing it pick up on the roadways just yet, like it is where Ty is, and he's to the south. He'll give us an update very shortly. But I want to point out the fact that we're seeing these dark shades of purple. That's where we're seeing over 1 inch per hour snowfall rates, and even it's overcoming the fact that the temperatures are large in part above freezing. Kalamazoo, Hastings, this is where it changes, and I suspect this is about where Ty's at. And that's where temps are right at 32. That's why it is going to slicken up very quick. However, you look areas to the north, it's a little bit different. It's rain along the lakeshore. Our second problem is the winds are starting to pick up, gusting to 23 miles an hour, even 30 in Benton Harbor. And those spots where we're already seeing that heavy wet snow on the trees and it's weighing them down, we're already going to start to see power outages. Erica's going to update us on that in a minute. And as we go throughout the rest of the day, it's only going to get worse. So that's probably the biggest factor is power outages today. Limbs and trees way down because of this heavy and wet snow. As you're looking at between 35 and 36 degrees with snow off and on today. Those winds will gust up to 45 miles an hour though, and we're under a winter weather advisory throughout the rest of the day in many locations. And this is the bullseye, and that's between 3 and 6 inches. I think there's going to be some local spots up to between 8 and 10 perhaps, just because we're going to see that repeated snow right there. And a little bit, we're going to update you when all this ends and also talk about a brilliant weekend that's going to melt all this stuff away.